Attorneys at Advantage Legal Group are equipped to help homeowners navigate a number of challenges, but more homeowners are calling on them for helping to keep their homes through mortgage mediation and Washington State Foreclosure Fairness Act. Here with a few more success stories on that, please welcome Advantage Legal Group's founder, attorney Jonathan Smith. Hi there.
Hi.
I always love these stories because the fact is you help people know about a law that not enough people know about that can really make all the difference in their lives. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the homeowners, the foreclosure crisis, most people think is ebbing or is over, but for thousands of Washington State homeowners, it is not. And they're still struggling to keep their homes. So 3 years ago, Washington State Legislature enacted the Foreclosure Fairness Act, which allows homeowners through the Washington State Department of Commerce to stop the foreclosure process and force most lenders into face-to-face negotiations or mediation that is overseen by a mediator by the Washington State Department of Commerce. And most people don't know about it.
Right, and the banks don't have to tell them.
They don't tell them.
So unfortunately, you have to know through channels like this, and you need a housing counselor or an attorney to get you there so that you can get to the table. And once you do, some good things can happen. So we have some homeowner stories we wanted to talk about today. What's our first one?
Absolutely. Of course, past results are not necessarily indicative of future results, and everybody's situation is different. But I brought 5 examples with me. The first one is somebody who had a Wells Fargo mortgage. Their payment originally was $2,114 a month. That was fully loaded, property taxes, insurance, and everything. Their original interest rate was 6.625, and they were 40 months past due when we got them the modification. Their new payment is $1,243. That is a 2% interest rate, and it is a 40-year fixed, fully amortized. So that is a wonderful result for them.
And they don't have to worry about that ever being a balloon payment. It's not an ARM. It is a fixed
Correct. In this
mortgage.
case, it is, yes.
That is great. Okay, the next one.
Next one is a Bank of America, and these folks had a $3,192 a month fully loaded payment at 7%. They were
7%. Good grief.
Yeah, that's even higher. They were 25 months behind when we got them the modification. The new payment is $2,013.27, and that's a 2% again. It's a savings of $1,178.73 per month, or a 37% reduction.
Good grief. What a comfort. I mean, you know, this is so stressful. You're talking about 25 months, 40 months. It's a long time for people to be worried about this sort of thing. The third one was a pretty darn big payment.
Yeah, that's an SPS loan. It was an interest-only ARM, and they were paying $4,262 a month on an interest-only ARM at 7%. They were 34.
So they were never paying towards the principal,
Correct.
Right?
That's what that means, is you're only making interest payments. You're not making any principal payments. They were 34 months behind when we got them the modification. It's now a $4,019 a month payment, but remember, they went from being an interest-only ARM to fully amortized.
Excellent.
2% fixed. It's a $242 a month savings, or 10%. But they're out of that ARM and into a fixed, which is a big deal.
Great. The fourth one?
The fourth one is a Ocwen loan.
What does that mean?
Well, Ocwen is a servicer. So we've got Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Ocwen, SPS. These are various servicers. These folks' payment was $2,402 a month, fully loaded. It was a 7.1% fixed. They were 41 months behind, and we were able to get them a $1,308 fully loaded payment, 4.25%, which is $1,093.90 reduction, or 41%, which is a big deal for them.
That is a very big deal. And the final one?
The final one was actually a modification on a rental for somebody. It was a $2,686 a month payment with NationStar. They had a 5.875% interest rate. They were 11 months past due. And we were able to get them a $1,939 a month payment and an interest rate of 4.25%. This was a reduction of $747 per month, or 28%. This one also got a $12,637 principal forbearance, so that nice. Balloons at the end, but they don't have to pay interest or anything on it for the term of the loan.
Well, and the important thing, the information we want to pass on to everybody, not only is that results like this can happen, but that you do have this right through the law.
Correct.
And if you have a housing counselor or we have an attorney like you
Right.
to do this, then the bank will come to the table. And the chances of us being able to do this on our own seem to be kind of slim and none.
Right. The chances of being able to do this on your own, if you haven't already, are pretty small. You cannot request mediation yourself. You must do this through a housing counselor or an attorney such as ourselves. But it has been tremendously successful for many people. We give free initial consultations. So
Which is great.
You know, I know that people think that everybody knows about this. You have family, friends, co-workers that you think know about this. They probably don't.
They probably don't.
Pass
the
it along.
consultation is free. Can't hurt a thing to come in and see if you can help people. And how do we reach you?
1-877-MEDIATION. That's 1-877-MEDIATION. Or go to my website, AdvantageLegalGroup.com.
Great.
That's AdvantageLegalGroup.com.
It's got to be rewarding work. I mean, it's really
It
wonderful to get, you know, people have been freaked out for months and years and finally get a chance to have some relief and get their lives back.
Well, it
Thank
gives
you
them a
very
chance
much.
to keep their home.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jonathan. We've linked more information about Advantage Legal Group, mortgage mediation, and Washington State's Foreclosure Fairness Act on our website. Please check it out and see how Jonathan and his team can help you. We'll be right back.